What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Hey, I'm taking this video from my living room, so if you hear people talking in the background, this is their house too, so they're allowed to do what they want to do. Go ahead, guys. Talk about what happened in the mall with the little girl that was so rude. All right, so that's a whole other story. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have been waiting for this video because in this video, I'm gonna tell you what are the specs that I got on my gaming PC. Now, I already know because of the nature of what my channel is that there's people that are waiting to hear the specs because you're going to say something negative. I know that for a fact. Then there's people that are going to say something positive, and then there's some people that are going to want to know if they should go that route, and then there's people that are going to, regardless of what I say, will say that it should never be a route to go game on a PC because I sit at a computer all day. Whatever. Whichever version you want to take, whichever route you want to take, you're more than welcome. Go ahead, leave your comment. It doesn't bother me. Go ahead, express yourself. It is what it is, right? We all need a time and a place to express how we feel. With that being said, I want to give you a really brief description as to what my my experience with the Xbox Series X this generation. I bought the Xbox Series X because I believed that it was going to be the most powerful console this generation. I fell for the lie and the rumor that it was not even a rumor. It was blatantly a lie that it was going to be as strong as a 2070, as strong as a 2080. I fell for the people that counted the teraflops. I fell for it. I fell for the power narrative. Once I had the Xbox Series X in my hands and I was able to actually experience it, I noticed very quickly that when it came to older titles, yes, the Xbox Series X is a monster. It upscaled everything that I wanted to play. I played everything at 60 and with auto HDR. So all those old games that people told me, because remember when I got into the Xbox generation, the main thing people told me was Xbox has no games. But what they weren't counting on is the fact that the Xbox Series X is an amazing backwards compatible console, and combined with Game Pass, the amount of games that you could play if you've never played on Xbox before, oh my God, it's phenomenal. So what people told me were, yes, go ahead and play all these old titles, and you're gonna see how amazing Xbox was. And I know a lot of people feared that those titles weren't going to age well. Well, guess what? I would say about 99% of them did age very well because of the power of the Xbox Series X. I remember even when I played things that weren't Xbox centric related, when I played Anthem for the first time and I played it at 60 frames. Because the Xbox Series X, you could do that. It was phenomenal, and I enjoyed the game. I couldn't believe that EA actually dropped that game. But that's pretty much where the Xbox Series X stopped impressing me, except for when Forza Horizon 5 dropped, and I remember playing that game, and I remember just being blown away. And I remember that game set the tone for what I was expecting from there going on, which is amazing visuals, because Forza Horizon 5 looks beautiful, and amazing performance. The game ran ridiculous. It was great. I actually streamed the game when it came out on Twitch. I actually played one of my first few races. I don't know if he remembers with actually Kid Smooth. So Kid Smooth actually played with me when Kid Smooth didn't even really know who I was. I wasn't even like a big YouTuber or anything like that. Not that I'm a big YouTuber now, but I wasn't even like I had maybe cracked 1,000 subscribers when I did that video, whatever. But anyways, when I made that live stream and Kid Smooth joined me and we all played together. It was so much fun. But anyway, so that came out, and then when Halo Infinite came out, same thing. I remember playing in the open sandbox of the Halo Infinite, and I enjoyed that game thoroughly. I remember playing it at 120 frames, and I remember just being again in awe with the Xbox Series X, thinking to myself like, okay, I made the right choice. There was hiccups along the way when I saw games like Assassin's Creed. I want to say it's Valhalla. I don't remember exactly which one it was. They had a stamp saying optimized for the Xbox Series X, yet somehow ran better on the PS5. There was hiccups with the Xbox Series X when stuff like Call of Duty, it might have been Warzone or the new Call of Duty, had a 120 frames per second mode. And I remember the PlayStation 5 when it dropped, it didn't have it. But then when they finally added it, it ran at a solid 120 on a PS5, and on the Xbox Series X, it wasn't running at a solid 120. It was like it would dip and all this other stuff. And I remember the excuse was that the resolution was better on the Xbox Series X, which I made a video saying that if I pick the performance option, it's because I want the performance option, not the higher fidelity option. So if I click on performance, you should sacrifice whatever you need to sacrifice to give me my performance because that's what I chose, right? Not think like, oh, I know you want performance, but I'm going to meet you somewhere in the middle. No. But anyways, that happened. But those were games that weren't made by Xbox. So I figured, well, Xbox games are going to be great and optimized for the Xbox Series X. Then Redfall happened. And Redfall, not only was it a bad game, but it was 30 frames per second. And that was really disappointing. Then Starfield happened. And Starfield is a phenomenal game, great game, but 30 frames per second, again on the Xbox Series X, right? And now we're about to get Hellblade, which is a 6-hour, 7-hour, 10-hour game. I don't know what it is, which apparently has the best visual graphics known to man that we've ever seen. That's what everybody else is saying. I'm not claiming that because I'm not going to believe it until I actually play it myself. I don't care how many screenshots you show me. Until I play it myself, I don't care. And this game is also going to be running at 30 frames per second. Every single time I made a video about complaining about the FPS on the Xbox Series X, people told me, stop complaining and just get yourself a PC. And, you know, under normal circumstances, that would make sense. The problem is that if I would have purchased an Xbox Series S and I was complaining about performance and I was complaining about fidelity, then the argument would have been, get yourself the more expensive Xbox. Get yourself the better Xbox, right? I purchased the better Xbox. I purchased the more expensive Xbox. I purchased the Xbox that was supposed to have the performance and the fidelity. And I'm not even getting the option. See, that's a problem. I'm not even getting the option. I've shown videos on this channel of my Asus ROG Ally running Starfield at above 60 frames. And nope, not running it at 4K. Nope, doesn't have HDR. Nope, it's not. It's even lower than 1080p. But the difference is on my ROG Ally, I have the option. There's no way my Xbox Series X can't do that. Can't not give me the option. It's just they choose not to, right? So I went ahead and bought a PC. Long story short, we're already 7 minutes in here. I'm going to put up the specs of the PC that I bought right here along with the price. So you should be able to see it right there. Now I understand this. I got 30 days to return this thing if I don't like it. And I'm going to put it through the paces. I've been turning it on every single day. This is what my goal is. I spent $935 out the door, so that's with tax, on this gaming PC. This gaming PC on paper, again on paper, should not be stronger than my Xbox Series X, should not be stronger than my PS5. Yet, combine the price that I paid for my Xbox Series X and the price for my PS5, this PC is still cheaper than what I paid for both of those consoles combined. Not only is it still cheaper, but I can play more games on this PC. Games that are exclusive to both boxes. The difference is that on the PS5 side, I will have to wait for those games to drop. But Returnal's already on the PC side. Ratchet and Clank's already on the PC side. God of War's already on the PC side. Spider-Man 1 and Morales is on PC side. The Last of Us on PC side. God of War Ragnarok on PC side. I mean, literally anything that a pony wants to use as a staple game, I can already play on my PC except for Spider-Man 2. That's it. And it's just a matter of time until that one comes to the PC as well. When it comes to Xbox, everything that's coming to the Xbox Series X, I'm going to be able to play on my PC day and date. And again, my PC can run the games better. Is my PC going to be playing these games at 4K? No. The 7600, the RX 7600 is a 1080p graphics card. And when they say a 1080p graphics card, I want you to understand this, and you guys don't have to take my word for it. Look it up. Meaning that the 7600 destroys games at 1080p. That's what it means. It means that at 1080p, that card is going to run through these games. Now, Doc, why would you want to play at 1080p? Well, here's the deal, right? This is a 4K TV that only does 60 hertz. I use AMD RSR, is like resolution upscaling sampling system, whatever. The game looks phenomenal. But even if I was to lose just a little bit of sharpness, I would trade that sharpness all day, every day for the extra 30 frames that I'm getting. And I'm only saying 30 frames because that's the only thing I can see, right? It's running the games well above that, but that's obviously the only thing I can see. It has been an eye opener so far to be able to use my gaming PC and play these games and play Starfield now. I'm playing Starfield again, and it just runs better. It just looks better. It's honestly, it's unfortunate that it took me this long to actually switch over. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my Xbox Series X. But on my PC, I can go ahead and do pretty much everything that I do on my Xbox, and I can play the games that I would have played on my PS5. Anyways, I can turn around, play Halo Infinite, and right after that, play Helldivers, all using the exact same controller. I have it connected to my TV, and so far, so good. Man, the biggest thing for me is trying to figure out how would I sell you on an Xbox Series X right now. The Xbox Series S, that probably is the best Xbox this generation. It's a cheaper box that gets you in the Xbox ecosystem, and it automatically lets you play these next gen games no matter what. Now, people are going to say the Xbox Series S clearly is holding back this generation, and you can make that argument, I guess, if you want. But what it's also doing is making sure that nobody gets left behind when it comes to gaming, I guess. But this box right here now is hard for me to sell to you, and I never thought I'd be in that position, especially when you could go ahead and buy a PC that will do what the Xbox Series X and the PS5 does and do it better. That's what it comes down to. So if you're contemplating on getting a PC, this is what I would say. If you're gonna get a PC only to replace your Xbox and you mainly game on your PS5, I don't think it's worth it, because you're gonna be fine. If you only use your Xbox every once in a while, then why would you go ahead and spend the money on a PC? Why? But if you mostly game on Xbox, if that's what you mostly game on, then go ahead and get yourself a PC at this point. There's no reason to believe that all the games coming forward are going to be anything above 30. There's no reason to believe that. And again, obviously, that's if you care about the frames. Some of you don't care about the frames, and that's perfectly fine. I'm letting you know I care about the frames. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And I haven't even spoken about my gaming laptop that's more powerful than my gaming desktop, right? My gaming laptop has a 4070 in it, right? Yes, it's a mobile GPU, but still. And it's got an i9 Intel processor, and more powerful than my gaming PC, and it definitely runs games at it's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, so 1600p. The games look phenomenal. Okay, I know I never thought I'd be talking about all these numbers like this either. I know it's crazy. So am I still a console gamer? I guess not, right? No, I still am. So there you have it. It's not an expensive PC. I got it at Walmart. It's a Cyber Power PC. A Ryzen 5 RX 7600, 1 terabyte SSD. It's only an 8 gigabyte card, so that's where the bottleneck might be. All the PC buffs you're going to see in the comment section are going to start telling you, like, oh, you messed up getting only an 8 gig card. You need more than 8 gigs. The beautiful thing is that case is massive enough that if I would need to upgrade that card, I would upgrade that card. It's an Asus motherboard, which is perfect because I have an Asus ROG Ally, and my PC is also Asus, so I actually like Asus. I know some people don't like Asus. And with what I just mentioned in that last sentence, understand this. I am now in a situation that no matter what, Whatever I play on my TV, I could play on my gaming laptop. I could play on my Asus ROG Ally seamlessly and transfer all files because it's all PC. That's something that on the Xbox Series X and my Asus ROG Ally I could do sometimes depending on the game. Now I could do it with every single game. When Microsoft drops that Xbox handheld, if they do drop it, if you can do that seamlessly between those of you that are still on the Xbox ecosystem via the console, then that's going to be a huge W. But now I'm looking at this Xbox handheld console, and if I do get it, it'll only be for the channel because right now I'm literally doing everything that I would want to do. I have a powerful gaming laptop whenever I travel, whenever I go anywhere that I could go ahead and game with no compromises. And then I have an Asus ROG Ally that I could go ahead and game whenever there's not a lot of times to game or whenever I'm traveling as well, but maybe I'm on a plane or something like that. And then I have my gaming desktop that is going to utilize the TV. I'm set right now. I think I got a pretty good price for this deal. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, so under $1,000, $935 out the door. That's with tax. And this thing is replacing my Xbox Series X and my PS5. Not like I was using the PS5 much anyways, because there's not a lot of games to play over there. So it is what it is. Doc Dog 985, there's levels to this. Oh, they got Helldivers over there. That's a really good game. So I'm going to play it on Steam. We out. Peace.